Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're all having a fabulous day. We're going to see what you need to know right now, what's coming towards you for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. If you'd like a private reading with me, the info's in the description box down below. And let's get into your pre-shuffle, get a little feel of who we may be connecting with today. We have test or lesson at the bottom, Gemini. You may feel that this state that you're in or the circumstances that you're currently maneuvering through, you may feel that you're being tested right now. First card that came out, we had dark eyes, but we also had light eyes, one of the last cards. So we got all people, all different colors of eyes here. What's up? What's up? Maybe you are dealing with someone who has the opposite. You may have dark eyes, someone that you're connected to may have light eyes, or vice versa. You know? Anyways, that's kind of like really relevant. We have something coming up about a car. Some of you may have some car maintenance to be done. Maybe there's something about a flat tire. I know with the current Astro weather going on this week, if you're listening to this reading, I'm doing this, it's the 13th of April. And, you know, this next week or so, there's a lot of like confusion in the air. And so if you're listening to this reading or when I post it, there may be some delays that come up. That's why I'm getting from the car card. There might actually be something going on with your car, or maybe you're making a purchase, buying a car, maybe swapping cars, trading. That's for some. Car, I would also read this like, we could read this in a way that's like indicating that there's movement or there's progression, or you're making moves towards getting to your destination. You're making progress a lot quicker than if you were to walk. Okay. We had guilt come out. So either you may be feeling guilty about something, you've been holding on to some sort of memory or experience, or there's something you're looking back on with guilt, or you wish you had done something differently. There may also be somebody connected to you that feels or is carrying a lot of guilt. Maybe there's something coming up about the dreams, something that you have been suppressing, or something you have been working through on a subconscious level, maybe something that you're not thinking too much about during the day, but it's showing up in your dreams. Or there's somebody that you're dreaming about, maybe they're saying, I feel guilty, or I'm so sorry, or there's something like that coming through here. Next card we had was stable. So I see that you're coming into some sort of stability during this time, during this month. Whether this is a stable job, a stable relationship, or just overall your well-being, becoming way more stable and self-reliant and secure within yourself. But yeah, stability is a big thing here. We also had crying or release. That actually came out after guilt. I think I remember seeing that come out afterwards. So yeah, someone could be crying, someone could be really emotional, and this could be connected to some form of guilt or pressure or a mistake that was made. So anyways, if you're feeling emotional, if you're feeling intense, you gotta let it out, ride the waves, give yourself permission to just feel, and it will pass. The more you suppress it, the worse it will feel, the worse it will be. So just honor your emotions, give yourself patience, give yourself the space to just let it out, okay? But yeah, releasing is taking place. It could get a little intense. Let me pull a few animal cards. Just see how you're feeling, how you're doing, how you're showing up right now, Gemini. Show me clearly what's going on with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me clearly. How are my Geminis doing right now? Golden egg, matters of the heart. You could be in some sort of deep contemplation, thinking long and hard about something you want to nest or protect or keep safe, or you're like nourishing. We have, oh my gosh, damn, Damn, triple spirit coming through. I feel like you're going through an ascension process. I feel like you're going through some kind of awakening. We have your heart center, we have your solar plexus, we also have your crown. Oh, what? And your throat chakra activated, the black egg. 4 out of 6 spirit cards. Whoever I'm connected to, you're going through a massive energetic upgrade. Holy moly. Swan and the lizard, there may even be something to do with you and a partner, you and a person that could be mirroring each other, but yet I'm seeing that with the lizard there's a lot of limbo. There's also just a lot of like retraction, keeping to yourself, not speaking, being in your own world, focus on your own goals slash passions. The lizard is more of like a creative energy. Even the swan is a creative energy, but there seems to be a lot of self-reflection, but something's blending in. There's the need to speak your truths as well. I'm seeing communication could be heightened around maybe even the end of the week, which I was also, from some astrology videos that I listened to a little while ago, they were saying that like there could be a lot more intense communication towards the end of this week. So who knows what this may bring. We're gonna have a lot of energy in Aries, a lot of planets in Aries. It's gonna be a very like fiery. I don't know how you're feeling, but I know I'm feeling the fiery Mars energy. Oh my goodness. Everybody put your seatbelt on and strap the fuck in, because this could be an intense week. But for you, my friend, I'm seeing so golden egg, dragon, and cosmic egg. There is something that you're preparing for, okay? Preparing for the grand opening, preparing for this hatching. I'm not quite sure what exactly in your life is hatching or being brought to life, but this does feel like a birthing process, or I'm even getting a renewal. There's a lot of deep healing and replenishment taking place. You may actually be called towards resting more, sleeping more, or just right now is a time of preparation, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, just like getting your pillars grounded and secure, your foundation, right? Your foundation is what's so important during this time. There is a cycle here that's closing out, but this is actually activating and transitioning into something new. Something new is being born, especially with cosmic egg, or golden egg. We got cosmic egg. Golden egg is like an energy of something that's been brewing, something that's been developing and growing. A lot has been behind the scenes. There's a lot that's been going on, not so much in the physical, a lot going on energetically, a lot going on and emotionally, internally, like a seed that you planted a while ago. Who knows how long, but definitely there's been some time to marinate. There's been some time for this to process and develop, and now you're starting to see it, right? With the dragon, now you're starting to see this manifest itself. This is making me think of the 7 of Pentacles. That might come out in your reading. Taking stock of what's working and what isn't, and what adjustments that you may need to make or required to make to achieve some sort of goal, or and you want to go about this in the right way. Like your heart is in it, right? Your heart, it has to be in alignment with your truth. What is this all about? But again, we have three of the eggs. Triple egg, cosmic egg, black egg, golden egg. You're getting all the eggs in the basket. Why does that make me think, the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket? Egg, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Comment down below, what's your theory? Again, though, this feels like an incubation process, but you're ready. The golden egg to the cosmic egg tells me that there's a hatching taking place. There's a hatching. There's a reveal. There's an expansion. It's irreversible. Something about this is irreversible. Or like once this occurs, once this shift, once this happens, there's no going back, It's a defining moment in your life that changes everything, or changes the course of the path that you're on. Let me take a sip of my coffee. It feels like it's a big deal. Actually, at the top of the deck, we have the Tower. I'm using the Vice Versa Tarot. Feel guided towards it today. Haven't used it in a while, to be honest, but something was pulling me towards using this deck for you. So let's see, Gemini. What's going on with Gemini? What do my Geminis need to know right now? What's going on for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Okay. 10 of Cups, the Hermit, 3 of Swords, backside. I'm getting energy of forgiveness or acknowledgement, recognition, accountability, healing, shining a light on some sort of wound or trigger. And there's a lot of triggered energy in the air. There's a lot of, oh my gosh. Again, astrologically speaking, Chiron in Aries is conjunct some planet. I don't know what the fuck it's conjunct. I don't know if it's with the sun. I don't know if it's with Saturn. There's so much going on in Aries, but there's a lot that's being activated, pushing us to transform ourselves, our identity, how we show up in the world, how we interact with others. But it starts from within, and the Hermit coming out, which, look at the golden egg. The golden egg. There's a reason why I was drawn to this deck today, because I haven't used this one in like probably months and months and months. I don't know why, I just didn't feel drawn towards it. And it's literally like cosmic egg and golden egg together, right? Because cosmic egg has the snake wrapped around it. Golden egg is just the egg itself. We have the golden egg with the snake. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, and I pick up this deck and Ace of Swords wanted to come through. Let's talk about this. I will pull more in a moment, but right now I feel like let's talk about this, because here we have the 10 of Cups and we have this couple and they're hugging and they're showing a lot of affection and love, and they're giving each other the space to be vulnerable and to lean on each other, right? Independent, both of them seem to have been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of self-reflection, and there's been a lot of introspection of like, who am I? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to share my life with? This is an energy of also illuminating, you know, our past, our triggers, our upbringing, from where we came from, childhood. 10 of Cups can represent our family. It's our lineage. It can represent, you know, the cycles that have been passed down from generations to generations to generations. And with the Hermit, which is Virgo, this is giving us, I don't know why I'm getting like a blueprint to follow, but yet with this Ace of Swords, it's like making tweaks and adjustments. Or I feel like this is the energy of making edits, you know? It's like from rough draft to published form. You're making an edit to whatever this blueprint is, right? Because there's this reviewing. We have this energy of reviewing some sort of pain, some sort of trauma, some sort of traumatic event or painful experience. Okay, we have the 3 of Swords coming up, but it's the back side. Here's the front. This is in the back. And look at the rain that's coming down. So like, remember we had the card that said crying or release. So going back down this memory lane, going back down, looking at whatever this wound or multiple wounds or triggers or traumas, whatever this is, it's asking you to cut this cord or cut this attachment. And this attachment has a direct influence on how you view yourself, how you continue to manifest certain experiences within your relationships, within your job, within just like your day-to-day life. This Ace of Swords, and we can see there's this eagle swooping on in with a wreath. It's saying, congratulations. You've passed, you've done it. Congratulations, you've mastered. Like there's especially with the mountains in the back. Look at all the mountains, right? The intensity, and mountains, you know, how they take billions of years. Or I don't know why I said it like that, but you know, mountains, they don't just like form overnight. It's like over such a long period of time. Like imagine trying to move a mountain, you just with your bare hands, like kind of can't. So I feel like something you thought was impossible or something you thought was going to take forever, it has been one hell of a journey, but look at you overcoming this. Now you're at the top of the mountains. You're able to see clearly. You see the bigger picture, and there's news coming in, right? There's some kind of news you're receiving that, let me see here. What is this news? It's before we even talk about news coming in, like, oh, you get a message, phone call, someone's gonna reach out. Like, before we even go down that lane, okay? Because that's too easy. That's too easy. I feel like this is also representing you unlocking a new awareness of these hurts, these pains, these traumas, these experiences that shaped you, but instead of attaching to it and be like, well, this is who I am and that's just never gonna change, and like this is a level of like, okay, I am going to choose different for myself, and it might not be easy and it might not happen overnight, or it's gonna take a lot of effort, right? Moving mountains, it's gonna take a lot of effort to clear this path, but I'm gonna fucking do it, man. Something like that. But yeah, you might get a phone call, but like that feels so irrelevant and so superficial right now. This goes deep. Whatever this is that you're going through, Gemini, this is so much deeper than just like, oh my god, this person called me. It's so much deeper than that. It's because it comes from within. There's new awareness, this new light, this new perspective, this new understanding. Your vibration is shifting. And again, we go back to these animal cards, which we have all this spirit energy. This is so deep. This is not superficial, surface level, like, oh, how did this person feel about me? It's not even that. It's not even that. It's so much deeper. It's so much deeper. Okay. I'm gonna pull some more. You're going through some significant transition in your life. There's a massive release. There's this level of acceptance and seeing people for who they really are, beyond the pain or beyond the experiences, beyond the memories, beyond the things you went through, being able to come together as well. We have the Lovers, which is your energy, Gemini, coming together, forming unions, meaningful connections, Nine of Swords in the reverse, seeing your way out of the dark, out of the pain, and we even see like a little shadow man over here, right? Little shadow man. You're finally seeing a way through the darkness. This fell out on top of the Hermit. So you have awoken. And I'm wondering, maybe it's because someone triggered you, or there is an experience you had, or a conversation that took place, something that occurred, it made you completely change who you are. Like, there's a decision that you made or you will be making in the near future that's going to unlock this new sense of freedom or this new understanding. It just feels like a huge weight that's been lifted. A massive weight's been lifted, you guys. Like this new understanding. What else can you tell Gemini? Page of Cups reversed and Temperance reversed with the Devil. Or no, is this the Devil or is this... Oh, a Strength reversed. It kind of reminds you of the Devil card. Strength reversed. This is having to confront the shadow, the ugly side, even when it's uncomfortable. But there has been this avoidance, though. Some of you may have Sagittarius placements or could be dealing with Sagittarius. But yeah, we have like mutable energy, Virgo, Gemini, and Saggy. So I think that's quite interesting. We're missing... Well, we have water, so you could say Pisces too. You've had your back turned away from something, but that's led to imbalance. That's led to impatience when it comes to yourself, when it comes to understanding why are you the way you are? Why does this continue to keep happening? Why does this trigger me? Why does this come up and remind me of this, and that? Like, you know, there's been a little bit of a detachment or a suppression. We see this turtle in this card. Turtle in my animal spirit deck does talk about protecting yourself. So maybe the reason why you've avoided these feelings or conversations is because you're trying to protect yourself from being hurt, judged, something being used against you. But there's been like a suppressiveness. There's something you have suppressed there, and then it's led to imbalance here. We could say that pride, ego may have gotten in the way. Maybe this is you. Oh, why don't we look at this for a second? It's interesting because in this temperance card, we actually see, it kind of reminds me of the Two of Wands, but this feels like a doorway, like a portal almost, that you've been thinking about walking through, but you're just standing there, you're just thinking about it, but you haven't actually done it, or waiting for the moment to take this courageous act or to take this courageous step forwards. Right, and what is this courageous step forwards, Jade? What is well, strength reversed at the bottom, confronting whatever this devil, shadow, negative, painful, triggered, whatever that dark energy is that was too painful to look at once upon a time. You're ready to rip the band-aid off now. And I get you're not doing this alone. You don't have to do this alone. But there is this information that you're uncovering, or there's this reveal here taking place. High Priestess reversed. So this feels, again, more like subconscious roots that you're ripping out from the root, right? It's like waxing, waxing from the root, get it from the roots, not just like, oh, shave the surface. You're going to pull it from the root. That's what this is feeling like, getting to the root of the matter, root of the issue. Sheesh. Very intense, y'all. This one. Okay. I have a few decks out here. I was like, what do I want to use to clarify? So I think I'm going to take a look into the Hermit and the Nine of Swords reversed first of all. Show me clearly. Hermit and the Nine of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's a change. Change is taking place. Why? Because you said so. Because you're deciding from this moment on, things will be different. You will be different. You will react differently. You're not going to fall back into the same loophole, same pattern, the same cycle, the same mental trap, mental prison. Eight of Swords at the bottom. Hangman, right? You've been in this position of just staying stuck and ruminating and being in the past and worrying about the future, and just in this energy of lack and loss and feeling stuck, powerless, right? Not anymore. Hermit, Nine of Swords. Hermit and the Nine of Swords for Gemini. Two of Swords. The choice is up to you. The choice is yours, right? You get to decide. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. Making this decision from a grounded state. Hangman. And if you're not sure, always good advice. If you're not sure, if you really don't know what to do, then don't do nothing. And wait. Sleep on it. Oh, that's it. You know what's interesting here? This Wheel of Fortune, you know, like the gears that are turning. It's the exact same thing happening right up here. It's the same, it's the wheel. There we go. Whew. There's some things that you're caught up in between. There's some things you can't necessarily avoid any longer. Even if you try. The wheel is going to turn regardless. And the choice you have comes down to your perspective on what comes out of this. Like, there's only so much that's within your control. These changes that are taking place, yes, you have some choices to make, and that's going to have an influence for sure, but Even if you were like, I'm not going to choose, I'm not going to do nothing, the wheel is going to still turn regardless, and there's going to be an effect. But with this, it's going to bring clarity. It's going to help you reclaim your life, reclaim your power, reclaim your own essence, your independence for some. This is going to bring in help, support, assistance, love, connections, healing. Let's see this Three of Swords reversed. Pisces energy again, by the way. Three of Swords reversed for Gemini. Justice trying to flip out. Three of Swords reversed, but it's like making things right. Queen of Wands. Three of Pentacles, okay. And one more. Tower. Making the necessary adjustments, even if it's painful. Three of Swords, Three of Swords. So this is where we have to get to the root and rip it out, which is what we're doing here. Threes also could be important. You might be seeing 333 angel number. Doesn't have to be. Maybe life path number 3, but again, it doesn't have to. Just noticing the synchronicities here. So this is where we're being pushed to make a necessary change with our approach, with how we show up, how we interact with other people, how we treat ourselves, the foundational shift that's occurring. And with the Three of Swords at the bottom, clarifying the Three of Swords backside, I do see like there's this push-pull. I do see that there's a little bit of this push-pull of wanting to heal and then getting triggered again. And it's like, is it opening up an old wound? Maybe. It's like if you ever had broken a bone and you get metal plates put into your bone to help the healing process, you can have the option to later on, a couple years later, you can go through surgery to get the plates removed, but then you'd have to open it up again and go through the whole process of more stitches and that, and like, you know, then there's going to be scarring, but like, that's kind of what this is reminding me of. Okay. Anyway, so we have Three of Swords, the Chariot, and the Six of Swords, and then we got Justice. Okay, so it's really showing here an Ace of Wands, which is good. It's really showing here having to really just move through this discomfort, move through the trigger, move through the pain, move through the wounds, the traumas. Like, the only way out is through it. There's no avoiding, there's no shortcut. So it's the car card from earlier. Car, you're making progress. You're getting to your destination. You're actually getting a lot quicker than if you were to walk, right? Although walking's great exercise, right? Get your steps in. So, let's see this Ace of Swords, and then we'll wrap it up with the Ten of Cups, okay? I don't think we need to look into the rest. Ace of Swords. Just saw the world when I split the deck. Ace of Swords for Gemini. Six of Wands. Victory, recognition, success. We got a Seven of Cups. And the Ten of Swords. There's multiple things in our life that are ending. I'm also seeing a confusing period of your life is coming to an end, or where you've been experiencing a lot of doubt or fogginess. This is all being resolved, right? There may be something coming up about a very public ending, or something that is gaining a lot of attention from friends, family, people that you work with, like your community. Like, there might be something going on in your life that people have been wondering about, and now you are putting it out for the world to see. But there is something that's ending here. Ten of Swords is always an ending. It also represents like the worst is over, right? So this is with the Ace of Swords, which is that detach, to clear, to purge. There's this purification process. There's also, when we were saying that achievement of doing what you thought was impossible, or what you thought was going to take forever, but people, you most importantly, but others recognizing and seeing you came out successful, you came out a winner. You came out on top. That's what you chose. And all the possible paths or options or different ways you could approach this, you chose to put this to an end, and it was successful. So you succeeded. You put your foot down, 9 of Wands at the bottom. Putting your foot down, enough is enough. Okay, and let's see this 10 of Cups for Gemini. 10 of Cups, please. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords is at the bottom. We have the High Priestess. 1 more. And the Fool. You can sense that there's something new brewing here. 4 Pentacles at the bottom could be saying to wait, or something could be telling you to hold back. Holding back, we have the Devil and the Hierophant. Basically, this is you showing restraint and not feeding into the old, outdated ways, habits, mindsets, cycles, routines, what's comfortable. This is where you're choosing the higher path, choosing the high road. Taurus and Virgo, not Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn energy. 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Fool. This feels refreshing. This feels replenishing and balanced and reciprocal. So when we're talking about you and dealing with other people, a loved one, partner, friend, it's showing that you're both on the same page, and you're also reading each other's minds, or it seems like there's a lot of like intuitively picking up on each other's energies. I think that you both can sense that there's a new start in your relationship or within this home. There seems to be an energetic shift taking place because you've been going through inner shifts. Those around you that you're close to have been going through a lot of inner shifts. And this is all to restore balance and harmony within these partnerships and within these dynamics. And the foundation, right? The foundational shift that we're seeing taking place. This is to replenish and restore and bring in more trust within each other, within yourselves. And yeah, it feels like this Aries season, as we're approaching the end, as we're getting closer to Taurus season, it is pushing you towards something that's really going to feel good and nourishing and reciprocal and just grounded, you know? Grounded, yet there's still this excitement, there's still this adventurous energy in the air, especially with the Fool, right? There's still, it feels like the world is opening up, a lot of hope, a lot of optimism and inspiration too. So continue to keep listening to your intuition as always. Trust yourself, trust your instincts. Whatever you're putting energy towards, it's reciprocal. It's showing that there's this give and receive. It's easy. It's balanced. You don't have to push. You don't have to force it. It just comes natural. I'm seeing, again, relationships, partnerships that are benefiting on both sides, where you're able to really team up, lean on each other for support, uplift each other through whatever life throws your way, good or bad. And yeah, holding it down. Holding it down, holding it down. Emperor underneath the Hierophant. Getting ready to take action. Action, baby. Change your life for the better. Good things coming on in. Powerful shifts, powerful upgrades. It's a lot going on, Gemini, but you're doing wonderful. So I'm going to leave your reading here. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Private readings available in the description box if you're interested, and I will see you later. Have a fabulous day. Bye, Gemini.